Before we get into today's video, I've got 3 things for you. Number 1, if you want to get a notification whenever we post a new video, make sure you ring that bell. Number 2, there's a TCG Player affiliate link in the show notes. After clicking that link, every purchase you make on tcgplayer.com helps support this channel. Number 3, you'll also find a link to our Patreon where you can support us directly. And now, kick back and enjoy the show.
What's up, Spikes? We're back in the studio. As you heard from us last week, times are weird right now, and so we wanted something to be able to be consistent in these trying times, so we are playing the same decks as last week. I am playing I am Elliot. I am going first, and I am playing Thrasios Tymna. It is not Flash Hulk, because as we know, Flash is banned. It is a... I don't know what I'm saying. Meow. I'm playing a deck called Stasios. It's a Shaper Savant brew. And I'm going to do infinite mana Thrasios things. Thrasios? Or Thassa's Oracle stuff. Bill, please stop me.
I will and am. Will I am. I am Will, or Bill, as most people call me.
This is the worst.
This is fantastic. This is the best intro we've ever had. I'm going to be playing Food Chain First Sliver. So I am going to try to resolve the food chain and then cast the first sliver innumerable times.
We'll be here forever.
Yeah, just it's the heat death of the universe is my win con in this deck. No, my actual win con is Goblin Bombardment. Plus, I think a couple other things. That's the one that I usually go for, is Goblin Bombardment instead of Twister Loops, because I don't run that one. Sorry, Shaper Savant. But yeah, it's just sort of a fast combo deck. You can also like Oracle Consult as a backup plan. And yeah, we're gonna see if we can get there again.
Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't get there again, because that's what happened last week, and I'm kind of sick of it. So, this week, same as last week, I'm playing Shabraz, the Sky Shark, and Bralin, Sky Shark Rider. I did it this week.
He learned.
I did it, everybody.
That's character growth.
Yeah, what this deck is, it's a Jeskai mid-range stacks deck, and it's got some pretty cool curiosity stuff going on, and it's also got, what else does it have? I don't know, it has lots of stuff. It's got some Underworld Breach lines. It's just a cool deck. It's everything I want to be doing in Magic.
Yeah. Can I get you like this real quick so that I can put Braylon and Shabraz in there, and I just think they're neat.
I just think they're neat. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And I'm back, and I'm Jan, not Bill I am. And I'm playing Gavi Nest Warden.
Will I, Jan?
Same as last week, very similar style deck to what Jim is playing. So just got mid-range, a little bit of stacks. Also playing Breach combo, but instead of doing curiosity things to draw cards, I'm going to be cycling. So I'm just going to take my bike all around town and draw cards and...
Let
Elliot start the game.
I'm going to go first, and I'm going to draw, because this is a game of Commander the Gathering.
Magic the Commandering.
I'm going to start things off with this Polluted Delta. And I'm going to go right to 39. Off this Polluted Delta, I'm going to get a Bayou. And I'm going to tap the Bayou to cast this Elvish Mystic.
Okay.
I'm going to pass the turn.
I'm going to draw a card. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to play this Verdant Catacombs and crack it going to 39. I'm going to find this Tropical Island.
Oh, no.
I'm going to tap it for a green mana and use that green
Mystic.
mana to cast an Elves of Deep Shadow.
Whoa.
I'm going to pass the turn.
Aw, he can produce one more color than me.
Yeah, nerd.
At a cost of 1 life.
Yeah.
Jim, I need you to play a Curse Totem again.
I'm going to play this Misty Rainforest, and I'm going to crack it, going to 39. I'm going to get this Volcanic Island. I'm going to tap it and cast an Avacyn's Pilgrim? No, no, I'm going to cast a Mana Vault because Avacyn's Pilgrim is not in my color identity. I'm going to, if that resolves, I'll pass the turn.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
All right,
perfect.
I'm going to draw.
Oh, heavens, yes.
Oh, no, that's not a Curse Totem.
Oh, heavens, no.
I'd like to go home now. I'm going to play a Command Tower. And then I'm going to cast a Soul Ring.
Wow.
Jeez.
It looks like we need a null rod. Am I right?
All right, well, I'm going to pass a turn.
I'm gonna untap.
Cast no right.
I'm gonna draw. I'm going to
Proceed to
play
go home.
a Mana Confluence.
Whew, must be nice.
It is.
Cool.
I'm going to add a white, add a black, add a something. A green.
Green, specifically.
Yeah,
that's all
only a
looking
green. And cast a Timna the Weaver.
Ooh. Weavy Tim, as I call her.
That's too bad. I'm gonna pass the turn.
Alright, untap.
Don't call me that.
Don't call me Weavy Tim. Meanwhile, she's just like, woo. I'm gonna play this Pollute Dude.
Dude it.
I'm going to. Not crack this. That's a regular line. I'm gonna cast Preordain.
Tropical Island.
Scry 2.
I'm gonna crack this
Sending
tropical
a message.
island.
Strip mine my Tropical Island.
Yeah.
Pass a turn.
These are both medium. So I will put this one on the bottom and put this one on the top. I'm going to draw a card, which will be this card, and then put this one on the bottom. Sort of resolving this in a weird way, but that's show business, baby.
You said so many words there, Bill.
And then, yeah, plans have changed. I'm going to crack this Polluted Delta. Going to
38.
I'm going to find a Bayou.
Wow, Bill just keeps one up in me here.
And I'm going to cast Llanowar Elves.
Oh my god. Cursed total.
Who cares the most about life total? I'm going to move to combat and attack Jan.
Whoa!
Ooh.
I was winning.
Yeah,
And
not
now
anymore,
I'm
nerd.
tied with Jim.
I will pass the turn.
You didn't want to attack me?
I'm gonna tap.
No. Shucks.
Didn't want to leave up two blockers.
Draw a card.
Also no.
I'm going to play this Tundra.
Are you gonna play a shark?
He might. He looks like he
Turn
might.
2 shark?
I'm gonna play a Braylon.
Oh, that's not a shark.
It's a
What is
human
it?
shaman as opposed to a shark bird.
Then I'm gonna cast this Curiosity.
Oh, no.
No!
That's the thing!
We're gonna take... No, that's not, we're not taking damage yet.
No. And then I'm gonna pass the turn.
But like eventually.
So we're dead. Is what
Oh
you're
yeah.
saying.
It's not looking great, team.
That's
How
unfortunate.
many cards do you have in hand?
5.
So if you discard a card, we die. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna play the Sacred Founder, go to 37 because we're already dead.
Yeah, true.
Just living on borrowed life total. Man, I don't know. Why am I in this position? Okay, well, let's try to do stuff. White, Grasp of Fate.
Oh.
That was authoritative.
I have no effects.
There's 0 effects.
I'm sad about it, but I have no effects.
How is Grasp of Fate?
He gets to O-ring. One thing
It's
for-
like Banish or Priest, not
Yeah.
quite O-Ring.
Yeah.
Banishing light.
Banishing Light,
'Cause
yeah.
it's also
Duration effect.
It is
Not a trait.
fixed.
You're a
O-ring.
duration
For
I try my best, Bill. It's been a long, long day.
a long life.
Okay. Priority.
No effects.
Priority.
If we didn't cut to face cam, that was a very emphatic shake of the head
Yeah.
from me.
And if we did,
And then you saw it twice.
Let's see that one more time.
I'm going to.
No. I need to get these glasses adjusted.
And now they're broken.
Nah, this happens all the time.
Okay, so I have priority.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to exile
Whoa.
Frantic Search
Oh, this is
to Force of Negation.
force of negation.
Force of- it
It's
doesn't even have to
gone.
Grasp of
Why?
Fate.
It's gone.
Yeah.
I have no effects to Force Negation.
Me
Extra
neither.
force negation.
Later, nerd.
Baha'i grasp of fate. That was good for us.
I know.
Bill.
I know.
I was like,
It was something.
I just
for us.
have to be on the winner's side at all times. It's not me.
Maybe if I'm nice to him, he won't kill me. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'll untap. I'll draw for my turn.
Also, that was a power move because this lets him discard 2 cards and kill us.
He probably has another thing in hand. I would have to imagine.
bold of you to assume I could cast it.
Yeah, I guess with this mana vault tapped.
I'm going to go to combat first things first.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to attack Bill with Timna and Jan with Elvish Mystic.
Absolutely.
Not even worried about my ambush
36.
viper. Yeah, I'll take it.
So Bill to 36, Jan to 36. Wow, convenient. I'm going to go to 38. Or no, I'm going to go to 40, back to 38 in my second main phase.
Post-combat.
You got it, my friend.
Yeah, I'm going to do some broken stuff and hopefully not die to James, I guess. I'm going to play this Tropical Island. I'm going to play this Bloom Tender.
Okay.
And I'm going to pass the turn.
Alright. I'm gonna untap my various permanents. Draw another card. Okay. So can I do anything cool? Never. Tundra. I think I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Okay. I'm going to untap. I'm going to take 1 from my mana vault, going to 38, and draw a card.
You're not going to take one and then... Or you're not going to draw a card and then decide if you want to untap your mana vault and then...
That's a throwback that the audience may not understand, Elliot.
It's also irrelevant because he doesn't have 4 mana, Elliot.
Yeah,
Read the room.
Read the rules.
Okay.
Rules the room.
I would like to cast Gamble.
Oh no!
Interesting. Any effects? I don't know.
Go ahead.
I have no effects to gamble. How many cards you got in your hand?
3.
Yeah, I have no effects to gamble.
Okay, so he would go 3,
To 6.
go to 4, discard a card, go up to 6. Okay,
Why 6?
because he draws a card for each opponent that he damages.
Yeah, it
So he
deals
gets to
1
draw
to each of
3.
us.
I have a response.
That's why I was very worried.
Oh, yeah. I did not think about this.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to 37 and attempt to swan song your gamble.
Yeah.
Bill?
Well,
No, you got it.
I would like to cast Deflecting Swat,
Oh my god.
targeting Swansong.
I'm not even mad about this.
Yep.
Okay.
okay, that's...
On
yeah.
resolution, I would like to redirect Swansong to Deflecting Swat and get myself a bird.
Nope. This resolves
That is already
and
resolved.
then is no longer a valid
Oh,
target
right.
for
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
It just fizzles it.
You got it.
Yep.
Do I?
Gamble on the stack.
Nobody gets anything.
Nobody gets
Oh,
it.
okay. He.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the way that misdirection works, where you redirect it to a card that is on the stack at the time of the redirection, but no longer does when it goes to a
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, gamble on the stack.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I would like to gamble. Okay, so I've searched for my card. I have 3 cards in hand. These are the 3. Here's what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to roll 1 die.
I've seen this game before. None of them are the Ace of Spades.
No, all of them are the Ace of Spades.
You don't know
None of
that
them
until I
is
reveal
Queen
it.
3.
3. So it's this card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a Force of Will.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Still had all these.
So, trigger Browlin.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we each take 1.
You each take 1. I draw 3 cards and put 3 counters on Browlin.
Jeez.
35 and 39.
I don't think it's relevant.
Yeah, it might be.
Okay, then I'll pay 1, and I'm going to cast Careful Study.
I don't know why I'm looking at my cards.
Yep. No effects.
Okay.
Hey.
Whoop. Ooh.
My cast
Ooh,
away.
delay it.
Delay.
Interesting.
I have 5 open mana. Come on, guys.
Okay,
Wow. Bill never plays interaction. What is
This
this?
isn't my deck.
let's delay it.
Okay.
Oh, I actually have to look at my cards again. Jesus.
Okay. Then I'm going to play this Polluted Delta as my land for turn and crack it. Going
Wait.
to...
Does that count as discarding?
No.
I'm going 37.
Okay.
Shocking in this Steam Vents. Untapped.
Steamy.
35.
35.
Wow. Nice even game we got going here.
Then I think I'm going to tap 1 and cast this Preordain. Scry 2. Oh, and actually, you know what? With Browlin, I don't think it actually worked the way that I thought it worked. I don't get 3 counters, I just get 1 counter.
Right.
Because I
Yeah,
discarded
because
1
each time you
card.
discard-
Discard 1 card.
Yeah.
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 He still did deal 3 damage and you got to draw 3 cards though, so that's like the only discrepancy, I believe. come across them.
Yeah.
It's new cards.
He's just not a 6/6, you know, not
That's fine.
out of control.
I'm gonna put one on top, one on bottom, and draw.
Wow, he's
Let's
preordained
show this, baby.
So preordain is done. Then I'll move to combat
Yeah,
Still
with
attack
my
phase.
4/4.
that will draw a card on contact.
I'm going to attack Elliot
Ooh.
for 4
Yeah, we
commander
got me.
damage.
32, 4B.
And
4B.
on contact, I will draw a card.
Please do.
Then I'll pass the turn.
Oh, neat. I get a turn. On tap.
Well, kind of.
What was that supposed to mean?
Blue Delta.
Authority.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to crack this and go to 34. So I'm going to get this volcanic island and then pass the turn.
Alrighty. I will untap. I have to do some quick math here.
As opposed to slow math.
2
Yes.
plus 2 is 4.
4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16.
No, minus 1 is 3.
It's 3.
Quick
Quick
math.
maths. Detingo. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't look at us like that.
7, 8. In my upkeep, I'm going to tap this tropical island to attempt to cast a mystical tutor.
Bill. Oh, I'm also going to pass party.
You got it. A-okay.
Alrighty. Off this mystical tutor, I'm going to put demonic tutor on top of my library. Everybody be cool.
No.
I'm going to cast Thought Scour.
I'm going to attempt to move to my draw step.
Yep. I'll allow it.
Thought Scour?
Yeah, Thought Scour.
I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to play a Bloodstained Mire. And then I'm going to try to cast this demonic tutor.
Yep.
You got it.
To save some time, I'm also going to crack this Bloodstained Mire. Off this Bloodstained Mire, I'm going to find an Underground Sea, and off the Demonic Tutor, I'm going to put this card into my hand.
Probably Underground Sea.
Oh, you're right.
Also an underground scene.
I'm going to move to combat. Jim.
This is a blood feud if I've ever seen one.
Blood feud.
33.
So Jim's going to go to 33. I'm going to go to 33.
And then
But then I'm going to go to 32.
Okay.
Draw a card.
Pesce una carta.
means
That's a good one.
Fish a card out of your library.
Descend upon card draw.
I'm going to pay a life and another mana. Go to back to 31. I'm going to attempt to cast Stasis.
Bill.
So he doesn't have a way to untap things right now, but he will have access to 4 mana after this resolves because of the Bloom Tender.
So he could just Derevi if that's what he demonic tutored
Could
for.
just Derevi, which is likely what he demonic tutored for. So I think I'm going to have a response, and I'm going to cast Pact of Negation, targeting Stasis.
Ooh. Okay. You got pass on pact.
Yes, pass on pact.
Yep, no effects. Stasis is pack dead.
Okay.
Alrighty. Still my turn. I'm going to add Abzan with this Bloom Tender. And then leaving the black floating, I'm going to cast this Priest of Titania. That is very good. Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, no worries, my man.
I'm going to pass the turn.
I'm going to cast, at the end of your turn, Mystical Tutor. And I guess just to save time, I'm holding priority and casting Entomb.
Oh.
Okay, I'll pass on Entomb.
Pass on into.
Pass on Entomb.
Okay, pass on
Yeah.
Mystical Tutor.
Yeah.
Pass on.
I'm doing this just so that I can search.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, off of this Entomb, I'm going to find a Squee, the Immortal. And off of this Mystical Tutor, I'm going to find Demonic Consultation. This is not actually on top of my library. I just like having it there for remembering sake. But, I mean, also I can just do this, and it also is going to be my...
Never
This
forget.
is how.
Okay, so still
Yeah.
in Elliot's end step.
Yep.
Ooh.
Let's cover.
I am going to reality shift your memory.
Just manifest
yeah,
this
I'm dead.
demonic consultation.
I'm
And
dead
dies to the
I'm dead to the
pact
pact invasion.
Whoa!
So I'm just gonna scoop that up now because I don't have a
Jan
response
just
to that.
ended this man's entire career.
Yeah,
Can't let him win again.
last card in hand was Morphic Pool.
Can't let him win again.
I wasn't gonna do much.
It wasn't
for a
like
while.
Thorical or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
no. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
For the record, I manifested.
Sorry, this is still an Elliot's end step.
Instant. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we're passing priority to my.
Ah, my Priest of Titania.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Just made it worse.
So I'll untap. I'm going to take 1 damage.
How does this work?
Yes.
It's
oh yeah,
still,
no, it's still. Yeah,
Okay,
it's still,
yeah,
yeah.
because
still-
you're not.
It's my spell.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
It's not tied to me.
Okay, so we take it down. I took a damage, and I'll draw a card. Okay. Some might say this card's pretty good against one Elliot Dewick.
Oh no.
I guess
Is it
first
just
I'm going to cast his mana crypt. It's good against everybody.
Is it just electricity?
Is it Manager?
Wow, would Electricity be good here? I'm going to tap 3 and cast a Verity Circle.
Oh. Yeah, that is good against me right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty sick.
And I'll move to combat.
Yes, sir.
I will attack Elliot for 4.
Yep. I will go to 27, 8B.
And I'll draw a card when the combat damage happens,
Yeah.
and I'll pass the turn.
Alright, so I will untap. Draw this card. I'm going to cast a Watcher for Tomorrow.
Oh, what?
So
Hideaway?
ETB, yeah, Hideaway.
It enters tapped.
Doesn't enter tapped?
Yeah, that's how.
That's
part of
Hideaway,
Hideaway.
which is great.
And then when it leaves the battlefield, I take the Hideaway card into my hand.
Okay.
yeah, you got it. Top.
Top 4.
Alright, and then I will pass the turn.
Alrighty. I will untap. I will draw for my turn. That's a pretty good one. I'm going to play this Windswept Heath. I'm going to cast this main phase Brainstorm to start things off.
Yep.
Draw 3.
Throw some brains.
I will
He's the
put
true hero.
these 2 back.
Okay.
And I'll crack this Windswept Heath to 26.
That's pretty good.
I'm going to find this Tundra. And I'm going to take a Pain off of this Mana Confluence and tap this Elvish Mystic.
Draw a card. Okay.
I'm going to cast Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. That's pretty rude.
Yep. I'm passing priority. And Jace?
Cards in hand, Elliot?
3.
How many of them are Demonic Consultation?
3.
That's a very good number. Alright, well, we're going to make you earn it. I'm going to cast Complicate. Counter unless you pay 3.
Ooh, what a rude.
That means
Thing
that
to
James
do.
gets to draw another card.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Well, yeah, I will tap Priest of Titania for 3.
Draw a card.
Yep. So how does this work? You draw, then I'm choosing to pay for Complicate?
Yeah.
Or like, do you get to respond technically while Complicate?
Yeah, so Complicate's still on the stack. You tap this for mana. You're
Yeah.
adding...
This is during the resolution of
During-
Oh yeah,
Complicate.
during the
Yeah,
resolution
during
of
the
Complicate,
resolution.
you've tapped it
So
for
you-
mana, it's been paid for.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been paid for, it's off the stack, then my trigger goes on
Yeah.
the stack.
Okay.
And then we pass priority on it. I assume?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So I
You
draw my
so
card.
then,
Yeah,
So
Jason
now
counts
Jace is
that.
on the stack.
Okay.
I will also pass priority on the Jace.
Okay.
alrighty. I will plus him and hold priority. Demonic Consultation.
He doesn't have access to counterspell mana right now.
He could have a Force of Will.
We learned that last week. He does not have Force of Will.
Yeah.
He does have...
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that
going
taps the
to
You're right.
dispel the demonic consultation.
I have no effects.
Okay. Jace, pass priority.
I will mill 2.
Yep.
They are Limdul's Vault and Linvala, Keeper of Silence. And then I will draw a card.
Lim Duel, Keeper of Silence.
$7. Yep.
I will go to combat.
Cards in hand. James. Before Elliot
I have 5 cards in hand.
rumbles someone for.
Oh, I'm a rumble.
Alright.
Attack James for 2. You for 1.
Absolutely. Go
So
31.
Elliot goes to 27.
Yes.
I'm going to 30. Jen is going to
33.
33.
And then I'm going back to 25.
Yeah.
Draw 2. Pass the turn.
Okay. I will untap, tick down, careful study, take a damage off Mana Vault going to 29, and flip for Mana Crypt. Spikes damage.
Come on, die.
No damage.
This is an interesting game.
Draw a
Yeah.
card. Okay, I'll move to combat. Elliot,
Me.
I will attack for 4.
Okay, I'll go to 21.
12.
On combat, I will draw a card. On combat damage, rather. 1, 2, 3, 4,
On
5,
combat
6, 7.
and Cupid and...
Con combat.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I have 7 cards in hand.
Jeez.
That's it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna draw
We
a
need,
card.
we need something this turn. That's all I'm
For
saying.
a couple reasons.
Yeah, wow, okay. I'm going to do that aggressively
Wheel?
4 mana.
for mana
Wheel.
with 1 colorless floating. Cast to Fairy the Time Raveler.
What is that?
Ooh. It
Sorcery
does.
speed only?
Yep.
Until your next turn, you may cast sorcery spells. Okay. Elliot, priority?
No effects.
I will also pass priority.
Dope. So I'm gonna -3. I'm gonna bounce the Braylon.
Oh.
That's only spells?
Return spells. Can't cast spells.
Yeah.
Spells.
No spells.
Okay.
And then I draw a card.
Yay. We don't necessarily die right now.
This Arid Mesa.
You might be dead to this Watcher tomorrow.
This Watcher tomorrow. Yeah, just like start
That's a 2-1.
getting in. Then I will pass.
Alrighty. I will untap. I will draw for my turn. I'm going to play this Nurturing Peatland.
Mm-hmm.
Can't attack
Attack the Defray.
Jan anymore.
Attack to fairy.
What?
You can attack the Fairy.
Attack to fairy.
It's a 2-1.
Just toss some stuff at it.
No. My stuff.
Yeah, swing all your things at Jim. Draw
How much
4
mana do
cards.
you need? You have like 16 mana right now.
Uh-huh.
You're right. I'm sorry. I wish I had mana to cast spells with.
Loser.
I wish I could experience this weird game with you guys.
I'm going to cast a Carpet of Flowers. What was that about mana?
Yeah, I mean,
Give me more, give me more.
That's not the song.
that is not the song.
I made it the song.
Please
I'm gonna go to
don't
combat.
sue us.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm going to attack Jim.
Block.
Jimna at 10.
Hang on.
Oh, I'm going to move to combat.
Yeah, I'm going to tap your...
Timna.
Yeah, I'm going to attack your Timna.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap your Timna.
And then
Okay.
draw a card.
Yeah, you draw a card for that. And our Timna cannot attack.
I'll block.
I will attack Jim with just Elvish Mystic.
Okay.
Okay. Please take
Draw another
one.
card.
No.
Only when it's
Oh,
not
very
attacking,
good.
card doesn't attack.
So I'll go to 28.
You go to 28, and then in my second main phase, I will go to 20, draw one
You're
card.
just not attacking this Teferi.
I can't!
Okay.
That's all Elliot's.
I'll also trigger Carpet of Flowers,
Mhm.
and I will choose James. because he has
I have
3.
I have 3.
3.
And I will add 3 green to my mana pool.
Okay.
I will add a blue, and I will cast this Thrasios, the hero of the Tritons. He's a hero. I have 2 green floating. I will add... no, I should save this. For what? Who knows? I will add 3 green.
Yep. Draw a card.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And I will cast Seedborn Muse.
I have effects. For sure. I'm going to crack this Arid Mesa. Going down to
32.
32. Okay. I will get this Tundra,
Uh-huh.
and then I will mana drain your Seaboard Muse.
That's so much mana!
Are you having a Boro flashback or Aloro flashbacks?
I am, yes. Yep, that is countered.
Okay.
I will tap, and take 2 pain down to 18. I'm just killing myself here.
That's the plan.
To cast Wilderness Reclamation.
Okay.
Yep.
That is...
That's much more reasonable.
Yeah,
I should
okay,
have
I'll-
cast this one
I'll take
first.
that against the Seaboard Muse.
Then I will plus this Jace, targeting myself. I will mill Wooded Foothills and an Imperial Seal.
And not
And-
draw a card.
Why not?
I said not win the game. 'cause
Oh, yeah, I'll draw a
Just a
card.
draw card.
No, I will absolutely draw a card.
I said 2 sentences at once. Get on my level, Elliot.
Get on my Lelliot.
Get on, my Elliot.
I will pass the turn, and at the beginning of my end step, untap these.
Yeah, Wilderness Reclamation's weird.
Oh, right. 'Cause I'm like, I thought the Seaborn Muse was gone.
Oh, it is.
Okay, so careful study. Last counter comes off. I will attempt to cast it. I cannot because it is at instant speed.
So I think it remains exiled.
It does.
Oh, it does.
Remains
remain
exiled.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
it's
it
not
is
doing
exiled forever.
Disaster.
Okay, so I also take 1 damage off of this mana vault, going down to 27, and then I'm going to flip for mana crypt. Spikes damage. Damage.
Ooh,
24. And draw a card for my turn.
How much is Bill at?
1, 2,
35.
5.
He was, wasn't he?
Once upon a time. And then I got reality shifted.
And then the Fire Nation attacked.
I'm going to play this island. Then I'm just playing right into this carpet of flowers.
Ha,
Yeah.
got him.
I'm going to recast Bralin.
Yep.
Bralin.
Shabralin.
I can't do anything about that.
And then I'm just going to pass the turn, discarding a hand size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to discard Talisman of Progress and Felwar Stone.
So we each take 2.
Yep, and 2 counters on
30.
Bralin. Thank you, Bill.
16.
And that's it for my turn.
Alright, I'm going to untap. Draw this card here. And on my first main phase, I'm going to get 5 colorless mana.
Yep,
So
he certainly
much.
is.
Whatever. Play this, take 2. 28. Just do it this way. Cast Gavi.
Yes.
Warden.
You have 3 colorless.
3 colorless floating, yep. I will tick up to Fairy.
That gives all your stuff flash.
Sorcerers.
Sorceries, okay.
Then I will do this, spend a colorless, cast Narset.
Narset. No, doesn't. Ooh, this is draw card.
You get all your lands. Yeah, because you can scribe the non-lands to the bottom. You just get all your lands, easy.
Just get them all. Every single land.
Yeah, easy.
Don't worry about it.
And then don't do anything else.
It's yours is in Japanese, so
Oh,
I'm
that's what I'm
asking
getting
for
the
clarification.
Oracle
It
text
is
on it.
can't draw more than 1, right? So I can still draw 1.
Yes.
on his turn because I haven't? Okay.
Each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn.
Yeah.
It's not.
So I have no response to. No, shoot. I guess I just should have a response because this is 6. Okay. I have a response.
You got it.
I'm going to
Can't
cast
cast that to fairy. You can activate Thrasios.
You can activate
Yeah, you can
Thrasios.
activate Thrasios, but you can't cast it then.
I'll activate Thrasios. Sky one. I will leave this on top and reveal it and put it onto the battlefield tapped. It is a Yavimaya Coast.
Oh. Okay. So I'll get a dice for Narset. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna have to start cutting off dice.
Yeah.
It's too many.
I'm going to tick down, look at the top 4, reveal a non-creature, non-land card, put it into my hand.
This Super Friends stacks is getting pretty good.
Tonic Rift Formation.
That's pretty good.
I'll add that to my hand, and I will... Actually, I'm going to cycle it for free.
Okay.
So trigger Gavi, draw this card, get a 2/2, dinosaur cat,
Oh, kitty.
and I'm going to pass turn.
Alrighty. I will untap. So
Yeah. So just to recap.
I can cast this as a sorcery, though, right?
Yeah, as a sorcery.
only
you
as
can.
a sorcery.
Yeah,
Yes.
my opponents can only cast cards as though they were sorceries.
All right. I'll draw my card for a turn.
Yep. You did it.
I did do it.
Narset allows it.
I'm going to play this island.
James is just out here busting chops.
Yeah. James is going to come in with his big old 5/5.
Braylon chops.
Yeah.
Chop Buster
Oh,
9000.
he can't draw more than one card a turn.
Yeah, this Narset's helping us not die to Braylon.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What do you mean? The curiosity's gone. Do you know that, right?
Oh, I didn't carpet. So that's fine. Because I want to do it in my second main phase.
Planned.
I'm going to plus Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, targeting myself.
Yep.
I will mill Runic Armasaur and Marsh Flats.
Sounds good.
And not draw a
Draw a
card.
card, yep.
I'm going to activate Thrasios. Or, I'm going to move to combat.
Activate
Not
Thrasios.
Yeah, not attack. Move to second main. Trigger Carpet of Flowers.
I have 4.
Yeah, so choose James, add 4, use it to activate Thrasios.
Okay.
I will scry 1. I will put this Watery Grave into play tapped.
Dope.
I will activate Thrasios. I will scry 1. I will put this on the bottom. And then reveal. Oh, I'm so good.
That's really good.
Put this Snow-Covered Forest into play tapped. I will cast Vampiric Tutor. Effects.
I can't do anything. It's a fairy.
I'm going to put this card on top and go down to 14.
14.
I'm at 14.
Okay.
I will move to my end step and trigger Wilderness Reclamation.
You got it.
I will untap my lands. Whoop.
Okay. So in my untap, in my upkeep, I'm going to take 1, going to 23, and I'm going to flip for Mana Crypt. Spikes damage.
20.
Take damage, go to 20. Draw a card. Play an island as my land for turn. Okay, I'm going to tap 7 and overload Cyclonic Rift.
Effects gen.
I have no effects to Cyclonic Rift.
Okay, I have a couple. I'm going to sacrifice Nurturing Peatland to draw a card. I am going to tap Priest of Titania for 3 you get to draw a card. Or is it one card or is
One
it
card per turn. Yeah, so you can't.
yeah, right. So you can't.
Yep.
So 3, 4. I will activate Thrasios.
Okay.
Scry 1. I will put that on the bottom. And reveal. Oof. That
Training
will
grounds.
stay there.
Okay.
I will tap Bloom Tender for 4.
No, you do get to draw a card. Otherwise,
Nope.
oh no, yeah,
I
correct.
drew
You
one.
already drew
Yeah.
off the
Yeah.
feet line.
I will activate Bloom Tender, scry this to the bottom, and reveal. I will put
The
this
lion.
City of Brass into play tapped. I will pay 4 to Thrasios, scry 1, put this on the bottom, and reveal. I will put this Misty Rainforest into play tapped, I suppose, and I will pay to 13 with this Mana Confluence to activate Thrasios. Scry 1, put that on the bottom, and reveal this Breeding Pool into play tapped. I have no further effects to Cyclonic Rift.
Okay, and it's all non-land permanents?
Yep.
Yep.
This will go into my hand because Watcher of Tomorrow left the battlefield.
Yes. And then also the Watcher for
Tomorrow left my battlefield.
He played it right.
He did. That's state-based action.
Okay, then I'd like to move to combat.
Elliot's at 13.
Yep, Elliot,
Yeah.
I would like to attack you for 5.
Elliot's at 8.
I will go to 8.
With
With
17.
17 roll damage.
Oh yeah.
That's big.
And then I'll pass the turn.
On tap. Draw a card. Play this snow-covered island. This Soul Ring.
Yep.
Alright, so I am going to recast this Narset. And then I'm going to recast this Watcher for tomorrow.
Hideaway trigger.
How do I trigger? Alright, these 3 on the bottom. Steal Jim's deck. Put it on the bottom of my library.
Amalgamate.
Yeah, amalgamate, and then I will pass turn.
Alrighty. I will untap. I will draw for my turn. Misty Rainforest. I will play this Waterlogged Grove. And I will look at things.
Yep. Take your time, Elliot.
I will try to cast
Wilderness Reclamation.
Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Does it resolve?
You got it.
Okay. It is at 4. It is at 4. I will cast Carpet of Flowers.
It is also at 4.
I will go to my second main phase.
Yep.
Trigger, choose Jim.
For 5.
For 5.
It's 5 now?
now, yeah.
I will make 5 blue mana.
I don't like this at all.
I will use 2 blue, and I will attempt to cast Thassa's Oracle.
Are you passing? Are you holding priority or passing?
On the Thassa's Oracle?
Yeah.
I am passing priority on casting the Thassa's Oracle.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll pass priority on Thassa's. Yep.
Okay, ETB trigger.
Yep.
Yep.
In response, I will cast Tainted Pact.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass priority on Tainted Pact.
Yep. Go for it.
Yeah, so if Tainted Pact resolves, I'm going to remove the top card of my library from the game. I could put this card into my hand, or I could exile it and repeat that process until I choose a card or until I reveal a card with the same name as one that was already revealed. But as you can see by my snow-covered forest in play, I am not playing any doubles. So I will put the last card into my hand, because I might as well, I guess. It is a Legacy's Allure. And then that will have been resolved, and the Thassa's Oracle trigger will attempt to resolve.
Yep.
My devotion to blue is 5, and my cards in library are 0, so I will win the game.
Yeah, you got it.
Not crazy.
I had a mental misstep in my hand. I also had a Flusterstorm, which would have come in handy, but no untap mana.
Yeah, I shouldn't have played this Watcher. Well, because I had the Red Element Vest and I had a Nimble Obstructionist. I could have cycled to stifle this.
Nimbly.
Yeah.
But then it's Tainted Pact, and then Jace, he just pluses.
because
right?
No, because you can.
You can't draw off this, and then I kill it with the Red Elemental Blast.
Well, he doesn't have to draw off of it, because Jace replaces it, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah,
if
he
you-
wouldn't, no, because you've already drawn your card.
already drawn
no,
your
no,
card.
yeah.
yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
so
a
this is
so
a
you
can
wouldn't-
versus not a replace.
Yeah,
because-
then
well-
that doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
because you wouldn't have actually drawn a card, so there's nothing to replace.
Right, I would have drawn a card in your upkeep. So.
Yeah.
The way that we do this is we counter the triggered ability of
Yeah.
Thassa's Oracle, and then
We
buy
Red
the
Elemental
Jace.
Jace. If I hadn't played
Yeah.
this, I would.
Right, you have to.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I was going to do on my turn, I was going to bop the Narset with Bralin and then Time Twister to kill Elliot.
Oh, I would have been very dead.
That would have been sweet.
Yeah.
If you hadn't Cyclonic Rifted, I had a Linval at a play. Oh, that would have.
Wouldn't have done
If you
anything.
hadn't,
If I hadn't taken you out of the game,
if you hadn't reality shifted my dork, I would have still been in that game.
That was a good
Yeah,
play.
that's true.
One
Yeah,
thing that I
I-
have to
yeah.
remember when I'm playing this deck, and this is something that I forgot last time too, is that I get a shuffle effect when I cast either of them.
Oh, yeah.
Or I can force somebody else to shuffle, which
Yes.
is neat, because you can force them to search for the other partner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is a
interesting.
really cool interaction
Because
to
it's
partner
not
with.
it's not a May, right?
No, it's target. Well, I mean, it's a May.
you don't have
You
to find
may
it.
choose.
Yeah.
player,
Target
right?
player
Target
may.
player may
put-
Target
push
player
Shiraz. So they still do they have to search?
So when this creature enters the battlefield, target player may put Shabraz into their hand from their library, then shuffle. So
Oh,
they
then
still shuffle.
Yeah, they still shuffle.
Because it's a separate.
Yeah, you choose whether or not to put it into your hand, but you still shuffle.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very neat.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Well, we know who the better partners are, though.
Shabraz and
That's false.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How many sharks? How many sharks are being ridden here?
Yeah.
Is Thrasios a shark wizard?
Timna, the Triton rider.
Yeah.
Timna the Triton.
Hop on my back.
I definitely think I'm going to play this deck again.
Yeah, that deck was sweet.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
like so terrified when you cast this curiosity.
Just constant.
I know, and it was like, yeah. Well, the curiosity, I felt like it was just sort of hanging over the entire game.
Yeah.
And then Bill, out of nowhere, countering my careful study. If I had had a red mana, I was going to cast Burning Inquiry,
Yeah.
which is real nice. Draw 3 and then discard 3 at random
Because it doesn't matter.
for 1 mana.
The thing that's nice about this deck is it kind of, at least the way that you played it in the 2 games that we've seen it so far, is just like you have this mono red, fairly easy to cast commander, and then you just also have access to white and blue stuff.
Yeah.
Because Bralin, or Shabraz, unfortunately, doesn't really do anything for your strategy.
Yeah, like when you're drawing cards.
But you still just get to
gain
have
But so
2 extra
honestly,
colors.
I think what Shabraz does in this deck is more like what Ishai does in Ishai decks. Is that just like every once in a while you've got a 5 mana beater in the command zone. It's
Yeah.
evasive and it grows.
Yeah.
Just by drawing cards, right? And that this deck draws a lot of cards. So it probably draws more cards than it discards actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just every once in a while, like it's just like with Bralin, right? Like I kept it out for a little while and I'm beating with a 5/5, beating with
Yeah,
you
it
know.
was huge.
There's a
Well,
lot.
and again, like Jim said, on his turn, he could have cast Shabraz, jumped Bralin, and killed Narset.
Yeah.
You could also
Well, you
kill
you
Elliot.
didn't have any blockers.
I did. No, the Watcher
Nope,
was
it was
tapped.
tapped.
Correct.
I was just going to attack,
Yeah.
and then Time Twister.
I was literally waiting for. I was gonna cycle the Nimble Obstructionist to counter the Shabraz activation, so you couldn't jump it to kill my Narset. Yeah.
I'm for sure going to play this deck.
Yeah, that deck's
100% guaranteed.
I think this deck did a lot better than I thought I was gonna do. This one.
Yeah.
I gotta go through and you gotta tool all the things it does, but
Yeah,
it's
Teferi's super oppressive.
Yeah.
Teferi, yeah.
Card is strong.
Yeah, just getting to I think you need a certain density of cycling cards. The first time I put the list together, it was like 25 cycling cards, which isn't enough to warrant playing this. So I think it's up to 34 now. But the problem is, well, I gotta go through Accordia again, but like, not all of the cycling cards are great.
Yeah, aside from cycling,
It's
aside from
kinda
reading
like
discard drawing.
Andre Falkenrath.
Yeah,
in
not all the
like-
Madness cards are
like
good.
most of the Madness
Yeah.
cards are horrendously bad.
Wow,
But
just
the
don't diss
card-
my boy Muck Drub like that.
Just the,
So ugly.
just the like the card velocity that it brings is crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's so good.
But the problem I feel with being in Jeskai is without having access to black, you don't get a lot of the stuff from Amonkhet, specifically Shadow of the Grave, which
Yeah.
buys back everything you're cycling on turns.
Yep.
Because this is nice, but once you have Fluctuated Route, you pretty much cycle everything for free anyway. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a...
That was a way weirder game than
It was
I
weird.
foreseen it.
I
being.
thought after I took Bill out, I was like, well, I'll take Bill out, and then Jim or Elliot's just going to win on the following turn.
Well, I
Turns just kept happening.
tried my
Yeah.
darndest.
Turns just kept
I
happening.
was rooting for you.
I do appreciate the fact that Gamble discards the card.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That's
to like,
powerful.
kick it off.
It's
The problem is I had no
pretty
cards
good.
in hand
Yeah.
at that point, right? So, yeah, I definitely do appreciate the fact that like it turns these like faithless looting and like careful study and stuff like that into just wild enablers. Like,
Yeah.
Monstrous.
Draw 97 cards.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I think we can probably call it there.
Yeah.
But thanks everybody, and
Yeah,
thanks
thanks
for
for
bearing with
joining
us.
us.
This is our first filming session back from quarantine, so
yeah.
hopefully everything stays calm here in friendly Manitoba.
We've been doing all right. We've been
And
doing good.
yeah, if it does, then you'll hopefully see a lot more content from us in the near future.
Yeah.
So we'll catch you next time.
Hey, thanks for checking out the Spike Feeders on YouTube. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you click that subscribe button. And you can click this link to check out our other great videos.